Okay, I'll leave it on.
I won't bump it.
You're okay. You're okay. I think anything other than just a total fall will be all right.
Do we need copy? Yeah, I'm standing right in front of the theater. Theater doesn't go to sleep. Just touch the mouse pad. I just don't want that to happen while people watch it. I'll keep an eye on it. Thank you. Anybody need anything before I put my radio down?
If you're watching the clock, you got about 3 minutes to showtime. everybody would please remain standing. Good afternoon and thank you for coming. I'm Bud Gusso. I'm principal of this absolutely fine school. Presenting the colors today were Cadet Colonel Wheeler, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Pennington, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Davis, Cadet Major Syme. We thank them. I thank everyone for being here. Very shortly, we'll be introducing the graduating class of 2013. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here they are, the 51st Douglas High School graduating class, the class of 2013. the national anthem. If you could please remain standing for the invocation. It's not so good when your graduate comes across the stage, slips in a puddle, and falls down. I've told them I've never seen in 14 years a graduate fall down. Maybe we will this time, I'm not sure. But we didn't want to up the risk of that happening. So we're indoor. Keep those fans going. You all look great doing that. Wave in the back if you can hear me. I want to make sure that you can hear back there. Thank you very much. You all look beautiful. Wonderful. Seniors, candidates for graduation, well done. Good job. You are an absolutely special group of people, and you're going to do fantastic things in the world. Parents, family, good job. Give yourself a round of applause. And of course, we have a number of loved ones and special treasures that are out there online. So wave at the camera over here. Those are your loved ones that are deployed and couldn't be with us, but have a link to watch this live streaming. Glad you're with us too. Give them a round of applause. Seniors, thank you for giving me the chance to serve you during your time here. It's been a privilege and sometimes a personal shot to the ego, especially when you were freshmen and you asked me if I was that guy on Deal or No Deal. So I said to them, "You mean Howie Mandel?" Then they started calling me Howie. So I think what we're going to do today is we're going to play Deal or No Deal with your diplomas. I'm going to look to my left, and if you called me Howie, no deal. Make sense? Raise your hand if you called me Howie. See? Like I said, we have them pretty well trained, don't we? Thank you for being here. I have a number of individuals with me on the stage, as you can see, some distinguished guests. I think you're going to want to meet them. Here with me on stage are Pastor Scott Wiley from Word of Hope Church in Rapid City. Our amazing salutatorian, Miss Caitlin Boswell. And your co-valedictorians for the class of 2013, Mr. Nathaniel Brown. And her awesomeness, student body president, Miss Mallory Tower. To my right, we have District Superintendent Dr. Lauren Scheer. School Board President, Mr. Larry Larson. First Vice President, Ms. Janice Youngman. Second Vice President, Mrs. Kathleen Melendez. Members of the board, Mr. Edward Kluber. And Mr. Brian Bauer. And would you also welcome Colonel Gentry Boswell. You would be hard-pressed to find a graduation where absolutely every member of the board asks if they can be involved, and every one of them shows up. So a special thank you to the leadership at Douglas School District. And speaking of deal, no deal. This would be no deal with you in the audience not giving your love and support. It would be a no deal. So thank you for being here and congratulations. Well, Thursday was an interesting senior breakfast this year. We had it on Thursday instead of Friday because of state track meet. We just did not want seniors to miss out on their own senior slideshow. Senior awards were also held on Thursday. I'm sorry if you weren't able to attend because we enjoyed a great time, an outstanding senior slideshow. You missed Tyler Pittman making fun of me. You missed Rebecca James hitting the lottery with over $615,000 of personal scholarships. You missed Mr. Kevin Plusher crying. Aww. That's exactly what I said. A good time was had by all, and we gave away awards and scholarships. As I said Thursday, we almost canceled the awards. I don't know if you were here, but we said that we actually almost canceled the awards for this particular class because up until like May 10th, these guys still hadn't won any. Or at least haven't reported that they won any. They're a bit slow on the uptake, I would admit, but they're undoubtedly the best-looking senior class I've ever had. And then they kicked it into gear at the last possible moment with scholarships given to the graduating class of over $1.6 million. And that, by the way, was double the class of 2012. So let me just give a public thank you to all of the universities, civic organizations, branches of the military, and private citizens who offered these scholarships to our kids. I want to take a moment to share with you who is responsible for that success of Douglas High School. So seniors, if you could please stand when I call your name. These are the folks that applied for, did community service, focused on their academics, participated in activities, and earned recognition. So I'm going to have you stand, remain standing, and then we'll give you a big hoorah, okay? All right. Jill Antoner, Bryce Bozer, Caitlin Boswell, Nathaniel Brown, Joshua Bush, Kelsey Carter, Sarah Chadwick, Rose Clyde, Justice Coyle, Alyssa Dangle, Cody Dennison, Carl Dillon, Mary Edwards, Christopher Glasson, Shelby Hartsey, Kylie Herring, Rebecca James, Brian Jenkins, Julian Kent, Madeline Kennebeck, Morgan Killian, Ashley Kinley, Alyssa LeBlond, Brooklyn Long, Annette Loveday, Wyatt Mann, Kennedy McCausland, Colton Nedler, Alicia Miller, Asahi Mueller, Jordan Myers, Sarah Pemberton, Tyler Pittman, Shyla Pizer, Allison Raynham, Zachary Regal, Austin Schaefer, Christina Spretta, Richard Sloan, Kiera Titus Bear, Shayna Tondrum, Mallory Tower, Desiree Van Hoosier, Matt Vinson, Scarlett Voigt, Colin Weinzerl, Blake West, Ashley Young. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. That again is the group that won all of those scholarship and awards. Great to see Douglas students so well recognized and on their way to incredible things. I love this school. I don't know if you knew that, but I love Douglas High School. It's hard to drill down to just one of those things that would be my favorite thing about Douglas High School, but we're perfect in size. We have staff and students who treat each other like family. We have students who come from all parts of the world. Some who are born and raised in the greatest state in the nation, South Dakota. Thank you very much. When I first came to Douglas 14 years ago, the staff at my former school said, and I quote, "Don't shoot the messenger. Why would you want to go to Douglas and be with all of those military brats?" Right? So I said, well, this was my response. I said, well, because I'm afraid if I stay here too long, I'll become a staff member who sounds like you. Best choice I've ever made. So I arrived in 1999 and immediately saw how open and welcoming Douglas students are to each other. This year, our salutatorian experienced that firsthand. She's been here for one short year and is as much a part of our community as any 13-year club member. Caitlin Boswell is an honor student carrying a 4.11 GPA, and incidentally, the individuals on the stage are only separated by 3/100ths of a point between them. She's challenged herself with the most rigorous courses we offer. She's an athlete, and she is literally the kindest military brat I have ever met. She was recently awarded a full tuition to Troy University. Please welcome with me and congratulate Douglas High School Salutatorian 2013, Miss Caitlin Boswell.
Over the past year, I've grown to love this school, and especially my senior class.
stage at this time Sarah Pemberton and Sarah Chadwick. They are two richly talented individuals who would like to perform for the senior class a song called Let You Go. So if you'll give them a moment to come to the stage, give them a round of applause for doing this for us.
For anyone that knows Nathaniel, you know that he is always approaching you to tell you what needs to be done and how it needs to be done. He was recently honored at a governor's luncheon, and at the conclusion of this luncheon, he was going to be taking a picture with the governor holding his award. That's part of the deal. Every graduate that's a valedictorian gets to take a picture with the governor. So he approached me before this banquet and he said he was really excited for this opportunity because now he could explain to the governor his stance on education funding. Right? Yep. There you go. Seriously, Nathaniel was a brilliant young man and a hard worker. He slugged his way up the ranking chart by making strong academic choices, taking a ton of classes. Nathaniel sports a 4.12 GPA. He is heavily involved in Scouts, which anchors him in community service and doing the right thing. He's involved in drama, and that shows in his passion over any subject. It's my honor to introduce to you a terrific man whom I will miss, Mr. Nathaniel Brown.
Shout out to the AG government class of 2013. We all survived Pepper, and for some of us, his tests weren't as bad as the rumors had told us. We had drastic changes in the high school this year. We lost our homecoming marshal and longtime security guard, Mr. John Ho. And for a couple months, it was strange not seeing him at his desk, greeting students by name every day. But when Magic came, he had a large role to fill, and he brought about a different kind of humor to the security desk, and it worked out really well. We also learned how awesome the secretaries, including Miss Tadlock and Bridget, are. George Freeman retired, and as cool as Luke is for the night janitor, year has been scary, eventful, and fun. Now we are here today, and we wait in anticipation for Mr. Gusto to say, "Flip the cat castles to the other side of our hats," and we will be done. However, the journey is not over. It is just beginning. We are facing the real world in a few months, and that statement is a scary prospect. It shouldn't be that scary because we have learned how to help others, support each other as brothers and sisters, and how to stay cheerful even when our friends seem against us in high school, and these skills will help us in the coming years. We are the class of 2013, and we made it. Thank you.
Thank you, Nathaniel. Our final honored speaker of the day is one of those individuals of whom you constantly hear people say, "They just don't come any better than her." Frankly, they don't. And they also don't come any better than her entire family. I'm speaking of her mom, Debbie, sister Jordan, and her dad, Sean, whom Douglas lost to cancer just a couple of weeks ago. Mallory's classmates agreed with how simply awesome she is and elected her Supreme Chancellor of the Universe, aka Student Body President. She led the pack with a blemishless 4.14 GPA. She matches incredible intellect with a beauty and charm, sense of humor, kindness that leaves you feeling, well, a little frumpy about yourself, but she's kind enough to be humble and pick you back up, which is why the staff and student body love her so much. I'm certain Debbie and Sean are quite proud of our 2013 co-valedictorian, Miss Mallory Tower.
Mr. Gus just made me cry, so I love class of 2013. Here we are, moments away from graduating. Do you remember how old you were when you first figured out you'd be a part of class of 2013? For some of you, that may have been just this year. For others, you've been calculating since elementary school, and 2013 seems
Let's give one more round of applause to all three of those amazing speakers. That was an example of Mallory making us feel a little frumpy about ourselves again. Thank you very much. Absolutely awesome job. Help me thank you, Chris. Well, everybody already did that. We have one more vocal selection for the seniors this year. So, if you could join me in welcoming this amazing young lady, Miss Christina Scretta, to the stage to sing Thank You for the Music. Here's what we're going to do. Christina's CD is actually in a different CD player. But she's going to have an opportunity to sing the song because we're going to find her CD. We're going to make sure that y'all get blessed by that song. Does that work? Give her a round of applause for standing up with me. You do not want to miss that. We're going to take care of it. Okay? So, Mr. Wentz is... Oh, by the way, it's Mr. Wentz's birthday, by the way. So if we can have Mr. Wentz or Miss Tadlock go and find that other disc, we're going to make sure that that happens. Well, I feel a little frumpy about myself, but I'm going to try to give a speech anyway. Is that all right? I guess, Mr. Gusso, we have to listen to you again. A lot of pressure. One of the seniors actually walked up to me and said, Gusso, be funny. It's a lot of pressure. All right, so I told you that they called me Howie, right? Okay. So let's explore for just a moment this whole notion of being compared to someone else. Not so long ago, a big movement on Facebook. Anybody on Facebook? Liars. All of you are on Facebook. Not so long ago, a big movement on Facebook was this notion of posting, instead of your actual profile picture, a picture of your doppelganger. Say doppelganger. Well done. A doppelganger, for those of you who do not possess the high quality of a Douglas High School education, is like a body double. It's somebody that you just get confused with, you know, the Howie thing. Okay? Someone you could be confused with, so of course getting sucked into the Facebook phenomenon, I posted a picture of Howie Mandel. Later, after being called this by a number of people, I posted a picture of Kenny Chesney. Kenny Chesney. So not too long ago, I was at a restaurant near Angostura with some friends, and I walked in wearing a cowboy hat, shades, and a sleeveless t-shirt. Sorry for the mental image there, folks. And this table of 4 people was sitting across the restaurant. They kept looking at me and whispering. Then they look again, and then they turn back again and start whispering to each other. This is a true story. So I started to get a little nervous about myself. I'm wondering if I owe them money or something like this. So one of them gets up, he walks over to me. He said, he smiled at me, he said, "Are you Kenny Chesney?" True story. So I smiled and I looked at him and I said, "Why, yes. Yes, I am." So getting all confident, I said this, and then I said, "Do you want an autograph?" And he says, "No, but I'm wondering if you could sing some of your songs for me." So at this point I realized, and this is advice one from your loyal servant, Mr. Gusso, it doesn't pay to pretend you're something you're not. Whichever doppelganger you choose is always going to be a cheap reproduction of you. When you walk out these doors, do not, under any circumstances, try to emulate. That means copy. Ladies and gentlemen, nobody has the personality that you have, the skills you developed as you grew, or the ability to influence those around you. We like who you are. And the world needs the real you and everything you have to give. Try as you might, Dylan Mastel, you will never be Channing Tatum. Tyler, you picked on me a lot. And I know you want to be, but you will never be Jennifer Aniston. Ever. So not being one to heed my own advice, I went home that night after being asked to sing songs, and I began practicing my guitar. Because I was not going to be let a perfectly good opportunity to be Kenny Chesney pass me by next time. So you want me to play a little song for you? Want me to play a song? We already talked about this. We don't pretend to be other people. Not going to happen. I am not Kenny Chesney. Advice 2. I told you I wasn't Kenny Chesney. Be a listener. Listen. Most of the good ideas in the world are the result of adding a little bit of yourself to the great ideas of other people. You can't do it alone. With your handy-dandy diploma suitable for framing squarely in your hand, you feel like you're ready to conquer the world? Instead of conquering it, join it. Link hands with it. Listen to those in it. Improve it. No matter where you are or what you do. I literally wanted to be a rock star when I grew up. And since I haven't grown up yet, I still think I have a reasonable shot at being a rock star. But for now, the next closest thing that I could think of to being a rock star was a high school principal. Because after all, principals are so cool in every movie you watch. Everybody. No, Mr. Gusso. When I was a kid, I used to go to my Aunt Bev's house for the summer. And one time I went to Sunday school at their church. In this class, this teacher said, I want you to draw a picture of what you want to be when you grow up. Now, I didn't know I'd be a principal at this point. So you can imagine what that picture would have looked like had I known that. Suit, glasses, tape in the middle, right? But I was way too embarrassed at that point to admit on paper that I wanted to be a rock star. So I drew a farmer on a tractor. Now, I would love to be a rock star / farmer, but then I only drew just as the farmer because I was embarrassed to admit what I really wanted to be, which was a member of KISS. Advice 3. You can't be a victim in your own life. If you want it, get it. If you want to be it. If you want to do it, so trainable. I'm going to miss you people. Do it. And don't be embarrassed of your heart. Pick up your guitar, put on your face makeup, and own the stage. Make sense? So this leads me back to Howie Mandel. I've decided that I don't want to be Howie, but I've listened, and I kind of like where he's at on a few things. So I'm going to add to his good idea. Seniors, here's the question. In all of this, deal or no deal? Deal or no deal? We've offered you an opportunity here through 4 years of education. Okay, 5 for the senior class. Most seniors graduate in 4. 5 for you guys. But generally, you make it through high school in 4 years. But this is kind of like the briefcase, okay? Deal or no deal? You can take your diploma and join the world. Go get it. Or you can pass and be a victim in your own life. Right? Deal or no deal? It's not a rhetorical question. Deal or no deal? Deal! All right. Are you ready to graduate? Audience, are you ready for them to graduate? Are you hot enough to have something to crock pot at home? All right. Class of 2013, stand up. Sit down. Just for fun, stand up. No, sit down. See, Douglas Education. Give Douglas educators a round of applause. You can do this. Guess what? We have Christina Scretta's CD here. And an absolutely perfect time to do it. So Christina, let's give this one more try. Thank you for being awesome. One more try. Yeah, this doesn't work. One more try. Superintendent Scheer, Board President Larson, I certify to you that these before us, the members of the class of 2013, have at the last possible second met all graduation requirements set forth by our great state of South Dakota and the Douglas School Board. Will the first row of candidates please approach the stage? The rest of you may be seated. Here we go. If you would somehow like, if you sneak along the side over here, it's a good chance to take a picture as they come off the ramp. Just be aware of all the traffic. Be very careful. This is what it's about. Are we ready? Candidates, as I call your name, please receive the congratulations that you deserve. Cheyenne Marie Abernathy. Katrina Danielle Abernathy. Autumn Elise Atkins. Amanda Leah Allen. Jory Kane Andre. Jill Antoner. Trent Ryan Austin. Elvis Bumford. Bryce Andrew Bozer. Caitlin Amelia Boswell. Joseph Anthony Brown. Nathaniel William Brown. Abby Jean Buck. Asa Dylan Burton. Claudia Nadine Burton. Joshua Andrew Bush. Kelsey Aaron Carter. Sarah Michelle Chadwick. Rose Sanacia Clyde. Vanessa Angelica Contreras. Justice Ann Coyle. Kayla Renee Daly. Kayla Ray Davis. Alyssa Nicole Dangle. Cody Eugene Dennison. Carl Andrew Dillon. Caleb Gable Dustman. Mary Elizabeth Edwards. Caleb James Frazier. Jake Brady Fulkerson. Brandy Lee Gierke. Christopher John Glasson. Marissa Faith Hardy. Shelby Ray Hartsey. Mark Allen Hawkins. Victoria Lee Field. Cassandra Marie Helms. Tiffany Amber Hemingway. Trey Devin Herman. Kylie Noel Herring. Matthew Knott Kuhn. Rebecca K. James. Victoria Diane Jansen. Brian Todd Jenkins. Isaac Jedediah Johnson. Jared Tyler Johnson. Kaylin Renee Johnson. Julian Kent. Billy Joe Keister. Madeline Mary Kennebeck. Alan Joseph Kenny. Shelby Lynn Keiser. Spencer. Trey Eric Kibler. Morgan Danielle Killian. Ashley Sue Kindley. Shayna Ann Crick. Richard Michael Lamp. Emily May Lampert. Michael Lee Larson. Alyssa Marie LeBlond. Mitchell Edward Luai. Stephen David Licious. Evelyn Hope Little. Brooklyn Nicole Long. Annette Samantha Loveday. Garrett Lee Lux. Florida. Richard Bud Sloan II. Logan Dominic Sillery. Sarah Ann Spears. Matthew Raymond Falvey Stillwell. Alexander Patrick Stortz. Joseph Tadre Sullivan. Randy Cole Talks. Megan Lee Taylor. Morgan Ray Taylor. Ryan Dwayne Terrell. Brooklyn Denise Thomas. Kiera Charisse Titus Bear. Shayna Grace Tondrum. Mallory Rose Tower. Desiree Chantel Van Hoosier. Mercedes Elizabeth Federer. Matthew David Vincent. Scarlett Rose Hoyt. Samantha Ariana Boss. Colin Tyler Weinberg. Blake Michelle West. Shane Nicholas Kwanzaa. Kendall Elizabeth Yelton. Ashley Carolyn Young. And ladies and gentlemen, Howie John. There's our amazing group. Give them a round of applause. President Larson, Superintendent Shear, family and friends, the class of 2013. Give it up one more time.
It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna just float up here.
Just a few thank yous. I want to thank the Sherry Kelly and the DHS band and members of the Melody Shop. Give them a round of applause. We want to thank Lieutenant Colonel Mark Miller, Chief Master Sergeant Russell Johnson, and members of the Junior Air Force ROTC cadets for presentation of the colors. Happy birthday and thank you to Assistant Principal Dwayne Wentz. Our Activities Director, Miss Naomi Hatfield, and also to Jody Tatlock. Custodial and maintenance crews for making all of this possible indoors. Thank you so much. And of course, to the DHS staff. As you crossed the stage, you noted that your tradition, our tradition, is to move the tassel from the right to the left, signifying that you are officially diploma recipients of Douglas High School. Good job. And now for the benediction, Pastor Scott Wiley.
Congratulations, graduates. Amazing. I want to just share from an ancient text in Numbers. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. God bless the class of 2013.
Graduates, you ready to get out of here? As you exit, everybody's going to want to come and love on you. Every single one, okay? So the best way to do this, just so that you know, is to scoot right out those doors right there into the auxiliary gym.
No, that's
That
okay.
way everybody can go meet you there, and that's where you can also pick up your actual diploma. Pretty good, right? So that would be the best way, and then everyone in the audience, you'll scoot out the doors where it doesn't get all congested, and you can meet them in the auxiliary gym, okay? All right. Graduates, we're going to stick with tradition. I know we practice something different, but we're going to stick with tradition, okay? So you know what the cue is, and this is a good time for you to get your cameras out. Everybody ready? Cameras out. All right. Graduates, are you ready? Let's do this then. Congratulations. Class dismissed.